Hi, my name's Heather Brown, and so much of my own personal journey of transformation has been ignited by classes that I've taken with Sam Wilson. The first class that I took with her was Reiki Level 1, and I took it at a time where I was really struggling. I had just moved across the country with my family, and nobody really wanted to move as far as the kids go. I was a little reluctant. My husband was excited for his new job, but I had a child who just started ninth grade and a son who was just starting sixth grade. And so, two monumental moments that they'd only been able to go to their new school for about a month before we had to move. So, it was very stressful, and I arrived and immediately got very sick. My hair started falling out. It was just like my body was in crisis. And so I had started going to a yoga studio and saw the Reiki Level 1 class advertised. And it said for self-care and self-love. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is what I need right now. And I had no idea what kind of journey that was going to take me on. And it really was transformational. I use that word a lot because I don't really have another word for it. It brought me to a place of inner healing. And then, after I'd spent a while in practicing that self-love and self-care, I'd already been studying healing modalities and working as a doula. And so it felt natural to me to go on to level 2. And again, like, so much of the practice grew me more than just serving my clients. And after level 2, I was like, I have to do masters. And learning with Sam is always really fun. She doesn't take herself too seriously, and she's raw and honest, and you see she's really a person. She doesn't have this guru sort of I know everything attitude. She's constantly learning new things, and so she has so much wisdom to share, but she shares it in a way that's just so genuine and authentic and makes you feel really safe and comfortable. And I've loved learning with her. Reiki Masters, if you ever get a chance, if you're already doing 1 and 2, to go through Reiki Masters, it was such a special time of bonding with the other practitioners, growing together. Just it personally, like, I don't know if I have words for my experience. There was time for journaling, just connection. It's too big for words, and so it's really hard to kind of give you a description, but it's absolutely an amazing experience. And so down the road a little bit longer, I feel like I've taken every class Sam has to offer. That might not be true, but I reached out to Sam because I knew that she was doing mindfulness and leading meditations. I've, of course, been to her meditations, and it was something that I wanted to work with my own clients and students in guiding meditations. I'd been doing a little, but I was curious about where she got her scripts or how to make my own scripts. And I reached out to her, and she told me about the Master of Mindfulness program that she teaches, where you actually learn how to write scripts. And that's all I needed to know. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. I had no idea really what else was in the program. I mean, she told me, but I just knew I needed to learn how to write scripts, and I trusted Sam as a teacher. So I went for it, and wow, it really was, there's that word again, transformational. Let me think of a different word. I will say that it took me to a place of inner stillness and peace that I didn't really think I was capable of. I'm someone who experiences anxiety. I've had postpartum mood disorders after having my kids, but I've always been anxious. My whole family is kind of wired anxious, like generationally, and that's something that I had been trying to overcome through therapy. Reiki had helped with that. Lots of other things that I'd been doing, but bringing in the mindfulness made it so that it was an active part of my life, and rather than just trying to push everything away, I was able to sit with things that were uncomfortable and acknowledge them. That bringing in that first pillar of awareness made a big difference. And I was able to just recently go on a vacation, and normally those are my peak, like, worst case scenarios pop into my head kind of thing. And the first day they started to, and then I was able to use the tools of mindfulness that I had learned, and the rest of the vacation I didn't have those intrusive thoughts anymore. So for me, that's, my example of transformation. And if you have a chance to work with Sam, she really is so caring about her students. And I've seen her follow up with all of us, the people that I've become friends with through taking classes. And she really cares. It's not like she's following up to market you the next program or anything like that. She is genuinely wanting to know how you're doing and how she can support you. And she has such a caring attitude. And I also love that she continues learning herself and doesn't think she knows it all. She's just continuing to gather wisdom, just like we all are. And yeah, so that's my little story. And thanks for listening. Have a beautiful day.